second, you guys, my face, I can't get it out of this position. 10% juice on my phone. I'm popping in because I got a call from a beautiful priestess who's going to be joining us in this amazing 6-month experience. And she was expressing questions, and then she was expressing what is lighting her up about this and how she's so lit up. And I was just telling her how lit up I am. And I decided I'm going to tell you guys how lit up I am. Okay. Let me just relax myself for just a second and say, this is going to be incredible. This is going to be so amazing. We are putting together some things. Okay. Whew. I'm so energized. Forgive me. This is gonna be like a retreat. Just you and me alone doing this training is gonna be amazing. But I'm adding so much magic to this, you can't even, I'm not even gonna be able to describe it right now. So let me just try and say, this experience is calling me out of my mole hole. My mole hole of put your head down, lean forward, build. It has caused me, and this has been growing for the last year, right? Percolating. She's been pulling on me. My spirit, my little sliver of God's source has been pulling me to say, build this, right? I had to build the free, uncensored space for psychically attuned women. I had to build the oracular matrix work to call up our out of dormancy, our codes, using our voice, using our direct channeling, right? These are all in programs already, they exist. And now I get to step the fuck up out of my hole around money. I've been hiding for a long time about how much money I have, about how I did it, just working from this place of, I'm not a money coach, I'm not a master, but that's what makes me the perfect person for this. Because I'm so dedicated. I am so committed. I've been building it again for myself. Of course, it's going to be 10,000 times more fun. And by the way, that's the price of the program. In a group, doing this together where we're lighting each other up, where we're getting to share, right? What? We're all training together. When you go to the gym and it's a class and you're all doing the same thing, it is totally different than when you're by yourself. Even when you go to the gym and you have one coach, it is totally different than when you're by yourself, right? This is going to be so good. But it's calling me out of my mole hole to recognize that I did the damn thing. I did it, and I did it in the non-conventional way. I had been discounting myself, working forward for the next way to prove myself to myself, right? How many of you guys can relate to that? I'm sure some of you can, because this is what driven people do, and this is what our society tells us makes you worthy. Keep working, keep pushing, right? This is a $10,000 course, and it is priced just right. And I'm an overgiver. And I am bringing on these amazing practitioners, things I don't even want to say in writing because who's going to believe it? If you want to get your toes in the water, I want you to check out, I think it's the first session of the Money Codes course. I think, what is that? How much does that cost? I think it's $44. It is Samantha Blossom and me pulling up codes in real time, literally clearing, chiropractically adjusting some of the marred or altered crystalline matrix. This is not I'm talking about the deep energetics. I know it's hard to talk about it, but get in there, check it out, feel it for yourself, and then come back to me. I can't even, and yes, I'm very much grounded. I'm very much a 3D person. The business coaching element even has the energetic component. It is building in masculine, feminine energetics, if you want to call it that, but you could even just not even know that world and still feel and feel the potency of what's happening. We're going to be looking at your craft, your art, your service, and reworking the way you convey yourself, the way you We're shifting your business identity. When you feel full of yourself, when you are messaging your content and what you're offering so crisply, cleanly, when you build your knowledge and confidence in yourself and the work that you do, the energetics are different, the messaging lands differently, the people magnetize to you differently, right? Like, there's a reason that people who are claiming it and owning it get it, whether they've done it before or not, right? There's a reason that all these scammers are successful, because they're believing it, right? And I'm here to work with the integrous ones, because that's who I am. I'm not even worried about getting weirdos. I'm not even worried about it, because you are so dedicated to your work, to yourself, to your inner work. You're probably an overgiver too. You've probably got some receiving work to do, right? Let's do it. Get a trainer, join a group, join a team. You could call this a marathon. You could call it a sprint. This is not an overnight thing. That's why this is a 6-month experience. I am so dedicated to your success, and I see you as a sovereign, source-supplied, independent individual. So this gets to be fun. This gets to feel really full. You get to show up when you want to receive. Everything will be recorded. What do you need to know? Ask me all the questions. I want you to feel so clear about what this is. This is very clear business identity, business energetics, business money, business receiving, and money matrix work. The matrix being the non-physical, but it trickles right into physical, makeup of your receiving, your energetics, your inflow channels of your money. Like, it's all depicted visually to clairvoyance, and you better believe I've got clairvoyants working with us right now who are also money coaches, who are also quantum healers. This is their specialty. You guys, are you freaking out yet? I'm freaking out. This is so freaking epic. This is, I want you to think of this as like a retreat. You would easily spend $10,000 on a 4 to 6 day retreat with these same individuals. We've just expanded it and extended it over 6 months because the material is so dense, so rich. We want to be able to take our time with this and build in the practices. Let's actually do the damn thing. Don't just learn it, get excited, activated, and then leave after the weekend retreat and then be off on your own to implement it, right? No, the integration happens in real time with us. My coaching one-on-one starts at $55, so $5,500 a month, all the way up to $8,800 a month. The price for this experience is $1,600 for 6 months. You can't beat that. I see a question coming in. Beautiful. Yes. I am Sapphire. Yes, absolutely, that's not hard at all. The trick to this, to being a polymath, as I like to say, is to offer your services one at a time, or if they're blended, create one seamless thread that you can communicate very, very clearly. It's as simple as that, and we will be doing that. I'm a polymath as well. How is it that I'm doing this quantum healing work and literally building my business, right? This is so comprehensive, this experience, you guys. I'm even adding in, again, just think of this as a retreat, my contractors who do all of my branding and all of my visual design. Literally, the woman who built my website, the woman who helps me with my Instagram posts, the woman who helps me read over my copy, make sure my messaging is crisp and clear. This is so good. Like, you guys, if I break this down and you were to work with each of them individually for a month, it would cost you a little over $30,000 every single month to work with them one-on-one. But we're doing this in a group, and it's going to cost you $1,600 a month. This doesn't get any better. Ask me more questions. I want you to feel so clear about what this is. How many of you would buy a turnkey business for $10,000 knowing that it has all of the framework, all of the makings for success? I would. I would buy a turnkey business for $10,000. I would. But here's even better. You get to buy your own business. You get to invest in yourself, in your own drive, your own sliver of God, right? That is infusing you with inspiration, that is infusing you with your clarity, your channeling capabilities. We're here to develop all of that just because you're in my vicinity. That's just what naturally happens. You're probably super psychic. Let's activate it. Even better though, when we're talking about money and receiving and clearing the way for that, how many of you guys are like so beyond ready to just fucking receive money? So beyond ready, right? You're ready to see your blind spots. Like you're really ready to just get through the obstacles. What if I told you that some of these obstacle clearings would require you to actually sit with yourself and love yourself a little bit more? Would you be willing to put in that time? Would you be willing to sacrifice to do that, right? But what if I also told you, this is where it gets interesting, that these beautiful practitioners, there are two that are coming to mind for this right now who will be here, are actually able to listen to your money matrix and sense into past life contracts, experiences that are actually altering the energetics. Have you ever been able, I'm sure there are some of you here right now who can literally feel the energy field of another person, and you can feel where there's stagnation, where there's blocks, where there's bruising, where there's energetic leaks, right? These people can do that and help you mend it right there on the spot. It takes seconds. What? Seconds. But just think, how many of you are able to, how many of you believe that money has been, I'm just going to say it, cursed a little bit, that there's been a heavy energy or a heavy program set upon money to keep us from having it abundantly and from feeling our ease of access to it, right? What if we could clear your response to that, your engagement, your interaction with that? That takes layers because I believe it's a very complex matrix. So just start. Let's just start. Let's just start clearing the, clear it. It gets to be methodical. We're shoveling shit, right? But every single shovelful is progress in the right direction. That's why we're taking our time with this. Is this landing? Okay, I'm going to check the chat. Yay, I love you all so much, you guys. I'm so passionate about this. Like, I've been at this with these amazing women. They're so powerful. They love me so much. I love them so much. Sometimes my money matrix will tap one of them on the shoulder and be like, we need a little love over here. I'm a little dehydrated. And then I'll get a phone call or a Voxer message saying, I got a notification. You guys, I'm so pumped. I'm down to 3% cell phone juice. It's probably going to cut me off. Let me see if I can do a low power. Okay, ask away. Otherwise, I'm really done. I just wanted to communicate how amazing this is and that this has totally dragged me out of like hiding. But I know I'm here to do this because I can. I have the resources, the time, the bandwidth, the dedication, the humility. You know this about me. To see you through. We're going to get you as far as we can, right? And to be totally honest, there is no finish line. I love talking about the finish line, but there is no finish line. I'm not done. I'm going to be doing this until I'm dead because I keep building bigger goals. I keep wanting more. I keep wanting to be better out in the world. I keep wanting to have greater impact, right? Like I want to help clean up the oceans. That's going to take a little bit more time, energy, money, resources, connections. I'm not done, right? All right, let me just check the chat again. I love you guys so much. This is epic work. You're so gonna love this. I was just gonna say you're so worth it, but like, you don't have to believe me. You already know it. Get with it. Like really choose yourself. This is the same thing we had to say at the very beginning of the priestess work. We can't teach you to be a priestess. These are your dormant codes you came in with. And same for you here with the money. You have your own money matrix, your own money blueprint. Let's awaken it. Let's turn it all the way up. Do you think your soul really wanted to come in here to struggle? Maybe it did, but you're not drawn to this space if you are. You wouldn't be here now if that were your plot right this second in this season. You wouldn't be here right now. So let's clear all the obstacles, see all the blind spots, methodically, lovingly. And it doesn't have to hurt, and it doesn't have to be a struggle. You don't have to go deep into the depths of any of this. Like, we get to clear this stuff in seconds, but there's a lot to do. And let's healthily attend to our energetics by not getting too deep into the stuck moment of it, or the stuck aspect of it, or the not having component of it, and busy ourselves by amplifying our radiance, our codes, our business identity through the messaging strategy, the communication stuff, all the things we're going to be doing that are very 3D, so productive that you will see change how people respond to you and your service and your craft and your business right away. Big. That's big. This is a $10,000 course for a reason. Are you worth investing in that? Put it on a credit card. Let's move. Let's go. There's even great lectures on credit cycling, which I can teach you. I would love to teach that to you. Let's keep talking. I love you all so much. I'm down to 2% juice. I think this is time for me to go. Big love, sisters. Message me. Let's start talking. We can do this in voice on Instagram DMs. Love you guys.